You can only build muscle with weights. That's the best and the only way to do it. Calisthenics, body weight workouts, they're okay workouts, but those don't work for that, right? Wrong. What's up, Super Squad? It's Jordan Gatelius, and this is Zero to Hero Muscle. Today we're going to be discussing whether or not you can build muscle, get stronger, and get into better shape just by using body weight workouts, using calisthenics, because there seems to be this idea out there that you can't do that. You just can't do it. Lifting weights is superior. It's the only way to go to get it done. You've got to lift weights. Bench presses are better than push-ups. All weightlifting workouts are better than body weight ones. They're going to build muscle better. They're going to build muscle faster. You can endlessly, progressively overload with weights, whereas you can easily master most body weight workouts like push-ups and just pump out endless amounts of reps of them like you're Superman, making it hard to continually challenge yourself, making it hard to continually build muscle, if any. These are all the kinds of arguments you hear against calisthenics versus weightlifting. It's just not as good. You're not going to build as much muscle, if any at all. You're not going to build as much strength because body weight moves get too easy too quickly. It's not as superior to being in the gym lifting weights. So, is all of this stuff true? No, absolutely not. Body weight workouts are just as good as weightlifting workouts. You can build as much muscle doing them as you would by lifting weights. You can build as much strength, and in many cases even more strength that's actually functional compared to just lifting weights. The progressive overload potential is just as endless too, because there will always be an exercise tweak or a workout progression that will challenge all fitness levels. You can do body weight workouts anywhere without anything. Calisthenics is just as every bit as good as weightlifting, and in some aspects it's actually better. When you move your body through space as opposed to weights through space, your body recruits more muscle fibers. At the end of the day though, weightlifting and calisthenics both each have their pros, benefits, and advantages to them. The bottom line is, whether it's done with weights or with your own body weight, weight is weight. Resistance is resistance. The body interprets moving any weight as resistance. Your body, your brain, your muscles, they don't care, and they don't know what is causing that resistance. All they know is how to produce a force strong enough to try and overcome it. So it doesn't matter if you use free weights, your own weight, or any form of resistance like resistance bands, whatever. It's all relative, it's all weight, it's all resistance. What does matter and what is most important is how you use that resistance, how you train, what exercises you choose to do, how you do them. You need to be effective and efficient enough when doing them for them to actually trigger the results you want. Both styles of training can be used to build lean muscle and body mass. Both styles of training can be used to help burn fat away and lose weight. Both are forms of strength training and can not only help develop stronger muscles but boost stamina, strengthen joints and bones. Both have very positive benefits on the body as a whole. With traditional weightlifting and resistance training, you're able to more easily target and strengthen certain muscle groups. You can isolate them a whole lot better. So doing things like curls to hit your biceps or flies to isolate your chest. Now that's not to say you can't do these things with calisthenics, you certainly can, but calisthenics is better at strengthening the body as a whole by helping develop overall physical coordination and movement control. Because with body weight training, you're doing exactly that, training your entire body, utilizing the whole of your body weight. It takes a lot of coordination and control to properly and effectively train that way. On top of that, calisthenics can improve muscular endurance with all the different static hold movements. Calisthenics translates functional strength better just simply through a lot of the moves and motions that you do. So bodyweight workouts engages the motor reflexes of the brain a little bit more to accomplish all these, whereas in weightlifting, there's a lower impact there because the workouts are more controlled moves, but again, there's a bigger impact on isolating muscles you want to target. So as you can see, there's pros and benefits to both styles of training. There's some advantages to one over the other that changes when looking at different aspects. So how do you get those same muscle building, strength gaining benefits out of calisthenics that you do out of weightlifting? Well, You build muscle by challenging your muscles, and one of the best ways this is done with weights is progressive overload. You continually add more weight to lifts and exercises as you get stronger so that they never get easier, and you're constantly challenging your muscles with added tension so that you can keep them stimulated enough for growth. You can accomplish the same with calisthenics using the same exact concept of progressive overload. Now, you don't necessarily need to be adding more weight to body weight workouts in order to progressively overload. That's one way to go about it, but the great thing about calisthenics is not needing any equipment. So another way to go that is just as great is progressively overloading via exercise and workout progressions. So when you do these body weight workouts and you get stronger at them and you get to the point that you're pumping reps out pretty easily, that's when you want to move on to a more challenging progression of that exercise. So for example, for push-ups, you'd want to progress into a more challenging variation like explosive push-ups, or maybe into one-arm push-ups, until eventually you're doing handstand push-ups. Another example would be the same sort of pattern for pull-ups. Once you master the traditional pull-up, you can start doing explosive variations. You could start doing things like archer pull-ups or typewriter pull-ups, front levers. There are all sorts of progressions and variations of every single exercise like this that'll have varying degrees of difficulty. So there will always be a new level for you to work towards leveling up to. It's an invaluable progressive overload method for body weight workouts, and in some ways it's better than that traditional method of just adding weights to exercises like you do in the gym, because instead of performing the same moves over and over and just adding weights to keep them challenging, you're performing a variety of different moves that produce a variety of different stimuli of tension, so it'll be harder for your body to adapt to these exercises, which will help prolong and avoid the potential of quick plateaus that a lot of guys often experience with traditional weightlifting workouts. And again, this isn't the only way you could progressively overload your body weight workouts either. The base body weight moves like traditional push-ups, pull-ups, dips, squats, and all that are some of the best. So when you get really good at them, that doesn't mean you have to move on to those new progressions and leave those foundational exercises out completely. Those can still be challenging too, and all you have to do is things like increase the time under tension for them, where you're steadily performing slower, longer reps. Not a lot of guys do this. They only pump through the reps quickly, but it's good to challenge your muscles with this prolonged tension style just as much as it is to challenge them with explosive training styles. Another thing you could use in addition to this is static holds. So getting to a certain point in a move, pausing and holding there for a few seconds, then continuing on and doing the same thing at a different point. So something like pausing and holding for pull-ups, pausing and holding at various points on the way up for them, and reversing that same exact process on the way down. There's a bunch of stuff like this that you could do to progressively overload in calisthenics. These examples we went over are definitely some of the best, so make sure you take advantage of them. Now, as far as the right amount of reps and set ranges for bodyweight workouts, just like gym workouts, you want to aim for about 3 to 4 sets for each exercise. And for reps, it's best to stagger them depending on what exactly you're doing, where easier exercises should be in the higher rep range of around 10 to 15 reps, intermediate exercises should be in the range of about 5 to 10 reps, and the harder exercises being in the range of around 5 reps. And again, exercise difficulty isn't the only way you have to account for reps. Remember, you can also use increased time under tension with a normally easier exercise, and that slower pace of it will challenge you to the point of forcing you to fall in a smaller rep range. I've done a whole video on the 3 biggest body weight workout mistakes that guys make that's robbing them of results and progress. It reiterates a lot of the points I'm making here, but if you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it on the screen and in the description so that you could get an even better idea of what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing for body weight workouts to get the best results out of them possible. And that's it, guys. You see, you can build muscle doing calisthenics just as well as you can with weightlifting. You can get stronger doing calisthenics just like you would with weightlifting. You can get all the same great benefits and yield all the same great results without any gym, any equipment, not lifting a single weight at all just by doing body weight workouts. A common excuse I hear a lot of the time from guys is, I can't build muscle, man. I don't have access to a gym. I don't have any equipment. So I can't do any of those workouts that I need to in order to make this happen. That is nothing but a big fat excuse, man. You don't need anything to make it happen. You don't need a gym, you don't need weights, you don't need any equipment. All you need is you, your own body weight. And from there, you just gotta do the right workouts. And there's already a good amount of them on this channel. No gym, no equipment, no problem, home calisthenics workouts. And I'll link a playlist for them up on the screen and down in the description. So make sure you check that out after this one so you can start making those gains right now, right at home. All that's left is having the right mindset to make it happen. So stop making excuses, start doing, and start building those aesthetics with calisthenics. Good luck. And for even more superhero training tips and tutorials, make sure to check out the rest of the channel for dedicated muscle building and weight loss videos and playlists to help you stay on track with your transformation. And remember, you can't make that happen by just working out. No workout is good enough to do that. There's no competition for solid nutrition. So make sure to subscribe to our nutrition and dieting channel, The Super Vegan, where we cover everything about food for fitness and all the best foods to eat for building the best body. And to get fully structured and complete training programs, head over to our official website to find the right one for you. For all the best ways you could be supersizing and super shredding your superhero physique for the ultimate zero to hero transformation. If you enjoyed this training video, make sure you Hulk smash that like button. Share the video to share the gains and help someone else out and keep the Super Squad growing. Leave some comments below about what you'd like to see covered in future training. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future zero to hero transformation tips. Always remember, Super Squad, you want to look like a superhero, train like a superhero, and I'll see you next time.